Hello. Today we're going to talk about breathing. Now, there are several different breathing strategies out there: diaphragmatic breathing, breathing where you count, breathing that has to do with biofeedback. And if you have a breathing strategy that you really like, please keep doing it. This could be just an alternative to that. But many people find breathing strategies to not be at all relaxing. In fact, some people say that it actually makes them more anxious because they don't like to have to count. Oh, gee, I run out of breath before I get to the number four, or I still have a lot of breath left after I get to the number four, and trying to coordinate my breathing with the counting is really difficult, and trying to breathe from my diaphragm, I don't feel like I'm doing it right. And then people get performance anxiety, and then it doesn't really help. So, enjoy this as an alternative. In this type of breathing, you're going to forget everything that you've learned about how to breathe and just be mindful of your breathing. So, there's absolutely no stress involved. So, what I'd like for you to do is just to begin by closing your eyes and noticing your breathing, letting go of trying to breathe in any special way, and instead just observing your breathing, following your breathing, noticing the sound that your breathing makes, listening to the sound of your breathing, the sound of the air coming in and out of your nose. Or if you're more comfortable breathing from your mouth, or a combination of your mouth and your nose, just noticing the sound that your breathing makes, making no effort to relax, just observing your breathing and noticing the feeling of the air coming in and out of your nose or mouth. Noticing if the air that you're breathing in is cooler than the air you're breathing out. Just observing this difference. Noticing the feeling in your chest. And some of you will notice a feeling in your stomach as well. That as you breathe in, your lungs expand. Maybe your diaphragm extends as you're breathing in. Letting go of trying to breathe in any special way and just noticing how the breathing feels in your chest, in your stomach, feeling it in your torso. Continuing to feel it in your nose or mouth. And feeling your lungs expanding as you breathe in and feeling them relaxing as you exhale. Noticing the pauses in your breathing. Noticing that there's a brief pause after you breathe in and a longer pause after you breathe out. Enjoying these pauses. Noticing how still and quiet your body becomes just after you breathe out and before you breathe in. Really enjoying this quiet still pause between breaths. You can just continue focusing on the sound and the feeling of your breath. Or maybe you prefer to just notice the sound or just the feeling. If you'd like, you can add words to your breathing. You can think peace as you breathe in and calm as you breathe out. You can continue to just enjoy the quiet pause between breaths, or you can think another word during that pause, like still. You can even think of phrases or short sentences like letting go. Let as you breathe in as you breathe out, and go during that quiet pause. Or if you have a strong faith in God, you may wish to think peace as you inhale is as you exhale, and God during the quiet pause. Or God as you inhale is as you exhale, and peace during that quiet pause. If you're Jewish, perhaps you'll prefer shalom. Shah as you breathe in, lom as you breathe out, and adding a word during the quiet pause, or just thinking the word still, or just enjoying that quiet pause between breaths. Taking a few breaths to experiment with what you like best. Just focusing on the sound, focusing on just the feeling, focusing on the sound and the feeling, or focusing on words and just the words, or focusing on the words and the sound of your breathing, or the words and the feeling of your breathing, or focusing on all three. And I'm going to give you a few moments to experiment with what you like best. Regardless of what you have chosen, during your next quiet pause, thinking the number 5, on the following quiet pause between breaths, the number 4, continuing to count with one lower number for each quiet pause, counting all the way down to 0. When you get to 0, taking one more breath and then opening your eyes. An alternative is when you get to that one extra breath, you can shift to using a different relaxation strategy or another breathing strategy that you do like. Tune in another time to experiment with adding color to your breathing, as well as a few other quick strategies that you'll probably find very useful. And just so you know, taking just 5 minutes of quiet relaxation every day, whether it's this or another relaxation strategy, actually makes changes in the emotional center of your brain called the amygdala that helps you to feel more relaxed, even when you're not doing the strategies. Thanks for tuning in, and please consider subscribing to this channel. Thank you, and good luck.